set.
I'm gonna cut down from 3. Oh.
Kung.
Yeah. So this is Fallout New Vegas. It's
You're
a
awake.
pretty fast game,
How about that?
but this isn't 100%, some bunch of extra stuff that isn't
easy
usually.
there, easy.
usual.
You've been out cold a
Must
couple of days
not to
now.
be doing all the
Why don't you
DLCs.
just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the
Game volume
damage
isn't
is.
that high, it's just
How about your name?
poor
Can you
audio
tell me your
balance.
name?
Sorry.
Huh.
If it's
You
still
can't
too
say
loud, I
it's
can
what I'd have picked
lower
for
it.
you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell.
Yeah, this is
Welcome
Fallout New
to
Vegas.
Good
I'm gonna start out
Now,
making
I
our
hope
character.
you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out.
So that I'm gonna
I
like
take pride in
escape
my
into the
needlework.
desert and
But you'd better
Some
tell
shit.
me if I left anything out of place.
the glitches in this game are like pretty similar to
How'd they
Fallout
do?
3 if you want to watch that earlier.
Well,
But,
I got most of it
the
right anyway.
Main
Stuff
difference
that
is
mattered.
the way of
Okay.
movement. Game volume high. Lower it,
No
It's not high
such
on my
thing
end,
as
so I don't
dead
know.
anymore. Let's
Yeah,
see
no.
if we can get you on your feet.
Basically, quick save and quick loading, skips dialogue, a bunch of other stuff. I'm gonna pick charisma and agility for stats and reload speed.
What do you say you take a seat in my couch?
Yeah, I picked female also because the Black Widow perk. Have sex with Benny and kill him.
All
Keep me posted on that game volume. Store it if you need it. Yeah. All top options and this is fine. That's artist. Pick good nature for extra
come with me.
extra
I'll see you
stats.
out. Here.
And I said quick save and quick loading was broken. Basically go through walls. Can't hear anything of what I'm saying. Try to fix that. Yeah, this a disaster. That's gain. Hello, hello. Lower the desktop audio a bit. Hello.
You must be the one, Doc.
Yeah, now we go to chat and buy some stuff. Most notably
Give me a shot.
2 bullets. And he didn't sell his gun, so I'm gonna kill him for it. Because this gun is magic. Gonna equip this gun. And I'm gonna reload it. Bring up my menu and unequip it. That will make me fly forward in a great speed. This is the main movement of the run. Just bringing it up and unequipping it. That makes us dash forward really fast. I'm gonna go to a couple of places before I'm going to the strip, the main town of the game. Then I'm gonna go do some main quest stuff before heading to my first DLC. And yeah, this is unoptimal because you wanna stay grounded as long as possible because you can't dash while in midair. Quick save and quick loading also saves me from fall damage and resets all my momentum. now discovered the Hidden Valley and Black Mountain. It for later, much later in the run. Now I'm gonna make my way to Strip through the NCR tram. Oh shit. Just why exactly does this glitch work? Nobody really knows, but has something to do with like Bethesda magic. Really, nobody really knows. This works. Got the famous Todd Howard. But yeah, I'm gonna use this rock here as a ramp. Actually launch myself. Hopefully. Yeah, that worked. Usually get much higher height, but that's really fine. I only need to go here. Now I'm at the Strip. The NCR really doesn't want me to take the tram, but there's no repercussions for doing so. Yeah, quick cycle cloning is broken. Go through walls if I like. And some stuff to do for main quest is to talk to like all the factions in the game. And get to know them, but getting to know them is actually optional. You like get in contact with them. So now I'm gonna go speak with Mortimer and just say goodbye to him. That's all the game needs. Oh.
How may I be of service?
Goodbye. And just go out the back door by clicking through the walls. And warping back to a set point called the COC point. Here's Benny in the tops. He's like main character, main protagonist of the game. We're gonna go take care of him soonish.
Hello, babe.
I'll talk to him, cause though yes man spawns outside. Get survival. Black Widow. Black Widow allows me to do this, get this option here. I seduce him. Rare. Light. Gonna wait a bit so Benny teleports up to his bed. And again, just go through or nothing.
Benny's gonna show you
I'm gonna have sex with Benny and
your platinum pussy.
fuck him to death. Rip Benny. Gonna sleep a bit for a full heal. And forward the main quest a bit. Ah shit, I took the wrong option there. That is repair. Yes, I need repair for a trigger later in the Dead Bunny DLC. And just escape now. I can just go through walls like nothing. I'm gonna attempt to dash on a bench that would get me launched over the fence here. Same time I'm gonna bind this. Oh shit, yeah, I see.
Well, howdy, partner.
And the other thing we need to do for main quest is kill Mr. House. And do that on our way out. Strip.
Where to, partner?
Just, did I mention that walls are merely an illusion? Messed up. The recurring theme, just go through walls. Mr. House. Not gonna live for much longer. Dead. Like, unlike most games, walls are actually solid on both sides. This engine. But it's not really much of a problem, because it's a really it has some really wonky collision detection. I'm gonna talk to this guy, because otherwise he will softlock me when I go into this casino over here. By like standing in my way. If an NPC stands between you and another NPC, the game just dies, softlocks. If you don't know, a softlock is when the game still runs but prevents you from your progress. Yeah, we're done with the strip, so now we're gonna escape. And our first DLC actually. And this is where all DLCs like split paths from the regular 100% run. So up until this point I've just been doing regular 100% stuff. Instead of going to the boomers, we're gonna go crash the game. Because the game is real unstable. Everyone's favorite feature. The good programming. But luckily, quick saving, quick loading is speed strats, so we don't lose much progress by crashing. Really not big of a deal. DLC is over here, just above this hill. Oh, what happened here? Gonna speak with this guy and port us to Zion. On the start. And one thing I don't like about this category is there's about approximately 20 minutes of cutscenes that are unskippable.
So you might as well keep your ears open.
So yeah, gonna be a lot of these things. If there's anything going on the like donation parts like that, you can go ahead and these parts.
Except that they were religious folks, sent out missionaries to talk to the tribes.
But this cutscene isn't 20 minutes long, it's like 2 or 3 minutes long.
They were honest traders, good fighters too. Raiders wouldn't tangle with them. But then, the Legion appeared in Arizona. I reckon you know all about them. Turns out Caesar's first war.
Not single segment now. It stopped being single segment right as I gained play control. Like quick save and quick loaded.
That Graham was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole damn Legion. The new Canaanites wouldn't talk about him. They were ashamed. Guess I can't blame them.
Why are you talking about Bethesda during an FNV? Yes, it's Bethesda's engine. And most of the coding mishaps are because of Bethesda's engine.
Had to make an example for the others, to show them that even at the highest level.
What does it mean to do all quests, like all of them?
He had Graham covered in
In this game, you can't actually do all the quests in one playthrough,
Grand Canyon.
because the endings have different quest lines. So there's a category for this game called Max Quests. All the maximum amount of quests possible in one playthrough. That means getting a quest counter in your Pip-Boy to the maximum amount it can be. That's currently known as 93. But that's not this category. I'm just gonna finish all the DLCs. And by finishing them, I mean getting to the ending sliders, ending cutscene. Because if you played this DLC before, you know it's like lots of content. But there's actually a fail-safe programming to this DLC, so you can just like dash straight north, get a map, and dash straight back down again. DLC starts out with like lots of dialogue, but you can quick save and quick load to skip it. Wants to sit through dialogue anyway.
And up.
Sorry to bother you with reality, old Jed.
And back to dashing. How long is max quest? The record is like 3 hours and 52 minutes, but real outdated. It was done before this glitch was. This glitch was found like last summer, I think, by some guy on Reddit. Yeah, this run has an estimate of 2 hours, but I'm probably gonna finish before that, like 1:45 maybe. All goes well. The Birdman walks. Yep. But not gonna see the Birdman at all. You'll see. Because, well, secret endings. Fortunately, I didn't get launched on top of the rocks, so I need to like snake my way through the valley. But that's alright. Not really that slow. Go over here, this cave up here, and just kill a guy. Ah shit, I don't have the right weapon. Yes, Dr. Yoda, that's what I'm doing. I kill this guy in here because otherwise everyone else outside will become hostile quick and like shoot at me. Now they have some delay before they do that. Plan map. That's what we need to escape. Oh, I just need to like escape the enemies to be able to fast travel, because if enemies are nearby you can't fast travel away. Hopefully I can escape quick. Oh, enemies nearby still. How about over here? Yep. This guy didn't actually die. No, we're not died. That's the first DLC.
And so it was that the
Okay hand.
between the new
Well worth my money.
and the White Legs was finally resolved.
And
The courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting.
you're complaining of that. I didn't actually complete any quests or anything.
Weakened by several seasons of bad trading.
Not part of the definition.
Trails Caravan Company was
But
devastated
don't worry.
by the
The rest of the DLCs will.
The new
so-
Canaanites never
It's the only one that
reestablished
has this much of a.
Their
sequence break.
experiences with outsiders near the Great Salt Lake and in Zion had been far too negative. Within 6 months, the
Yeah, I killed that NPC in particular because it's the safest one.
and with that,
There's no other guys around that
discovered
like
the history of the tribes of Zion
will run after me and shoot me. Luckily that cutscene is really short. You didn't do anything. Freeze on not click. Now we're gonna do some main quest stuff again. Or we head down to our next DLC, and that's gonna be Dead Money. These space launches are not ideal, because earlier you can't dash wheel me there. Be grounded. Dash. But if you're quick on the fingers, you can quick save and quick load on the way up and reduce the height of the launch. Lose my words. Yeah, this is the Boomers, a faction we need to talk to for the main quest.
I'll take
And,
this from here.
Basically do nothing with them as well.
Welcome.
Hello.
Talk to Pearl and fast travel away. the rest of the factions we need to meet is Brotherhood of Steel and Great Khans. Brotherhood of Steel. Gonna get to know them real good by shooting the main guard in the face and escaping by slipping through walls. Now we're real familiar with the Brotherhood of Steel. And now I'm gonna make my way to the Red Rock Canyon, where the Great Khans reside. Over there. You can tell by the red rocks, hence the name. I think to know the Great Khans is going even less. And classic New Vegas fashion, the game crashed again. We'll probably do that a couple more times during this run, but it's fine. Kind of expected. Just continue from last save. Shouldn't be too far behind. It's just before the dash. Will I ever talk to Sonny Smiles? No. Sorry, but no. Here's Red Rock Canyon. Gonna get to know the Great Khans. Walk over here. Just kill a couple times. There. Now we're really familiar with the Great Khans. I'm just gonna do a bit more main quest stuff, then it's time for Dead Money. I think Dead Money is the longest DLC, it takes like 30 minutes to do. Yeah, know all these factions. There are no threat. This guy really wants to talk to me. Vulpes. Just run around him, he won't talk to you. I'm gonna insert Yes Man into Lucky 38 mainframe and initiate a cutscene, but luckily you can like semi-skip it by quick saving and then waiting succession. And loud noise warning, by the way. Skip the cutscene, I trigger it, quick save, load, and wait 13 times. One. Four. 7. 10. Yeah, that's done. That saves like 50 seconds over just watching the cutscene normally. Quite a good time save. Continue dumping all my skills into the speech for the final boss. Instead of fighting the final boss, I'm gonna talk them down. That's for much later. We have DLCs to do. So now, done with all the main quest stuff. I'm gonna travel to Black Mountain. That's the closest travel point I have. I'll dash to this Eldorado substation actually. search some ship. This isn't kinda relevant for now, but much later in the main quest this was relevant. So now finally onto our second DLC. Dead Money was the first DLC to come out for this game. Was like mediocrely received because it's kind of like a survival horror experience instead of the open world of the main game. I like it. Pretty neat. It's a good story. Right over this hill here. Spunk. Yes. Don't need to leave level 20.
If so, the Sierra Madre Casino in all its glory.
As I said earlier, 3 out of 4 of the DLCs has intro cutscenes.
Where wealth, excitement,
Oh,
and intrigue await around every corner.
no, you cannot dash while in there. Need to be grounded. Dash. It's really inconvenient because
You've heard of
rocks and
the Sierra
stuff really like to launch you up in there.
We all have. The legend, the curses, foolishness about it lying in the middle of the city of the dead, buried beneath a blood-red cloud. A bright, shining monument luring treasure hunters to their doom. The world's most famous stars and entertainers were invited to its grand opening. An invitation was a sign of exclusiveness. The opening was supposed to symbolize a road to a brighter future, not just for the world.
And
but for
you might
all
wonder
who
because
came to its
Dead
doom.
Money takes away all my
Chance for
inventory.
anyone to
Oh, am I
begin
going to dash? Go fast here.
Except the Sierra
Well,
Madre never opened.
As luck would have it,
War froze it.
can still dash with the
like a big flash
the gun he gives us.
off. The
Because
grid,
all guns that have like a
one
bullet at a time reload animation, those work to dash
still
with.
out there in the
So
waves.
like the 350
But
shotguns,
getting to it,
those work to dash with.
that's not the hard part. It's letting go.
But it's still gonna be pretty slow because lots of twists and turns, you can see. So I'm still not gonna have to walk it. I'm leaving the demo.
Are you listening?
Shoot. You find it and unequip it. So now we're in the spooky Sierra Madre.
Watch out for the
Pick up impact and
difficult
knife
to
spear.
kill unless you chop them apart.
Because melee weapons are useful
Blow
for
them
later.
up or disintegrate them.
And a really annoying mechanic about this DLC is
Trigger the detonator.
you have a like slave collar on, and you're near radius, it starts to beep. If you're near them long enough, your head will explode.
Down to where
So you gotta be quick about it.
maybe you saw the letters I scratched on the villa walls. A little farther. Follow my voice. That's it. The one in the cage.
Pick up Dog's command tape that will make this guy up here talk to us. Called Dog/God. Schizophrenic.
Back in the cage.
What have
This is a real long dialogue. You need to like hit certain triggers within dialogue. Like where the key is, why he locked himself in, who he's waiting for, the old man, stuff like that. And I do not want to bring out the dog. I want God with me, because he's the only one that can turn the switches. Turn the switches for later. Like trigger later when I need it. And now that we've rescued God, we rescue 2 more people. Christine and Dean Domino. Dean is here. I can skip this entire area by simply going out of bounds. It's also merely a suggestion.
Ones you can destroy at range. Don't get close. You
Enter
can't
that door over
switch
there.
them off like a radio.
And I'm gonna do a glitch I haven't done previously in this run. Called
Picking up an emitter signature.
time stop.
Security holograms. Dangerous.
I can do
Don't
it.
shoot them. Attacking
No,
them is
can't do it.
useless.
Never mind. Here we go. Time stop. You can see everything is frozen and I can still walk around. I do this to prevent taking damage, because I only have 1 stim pack and dying would not be beneficial to my speed. Go down here to disable the beeping beakers up here, so I can actually live through. And the fastest way to get through this dialogue is to be a dick to Christine. Skip out. Escape. Go back the way we came. Because actually doing content is hard for me. Oh, last guy, Dean Domino. He's over here. Since there's lots of like corners and stuff, dashing won't be faster. Because I'm just gonna bump into the walls. Again. Also just a suggestion. Just go through it. Hopefully. This can be quite tricky to do sometimes. There we go.
That tourist crosses me, they'll regret it. Even if they don't, they still buy it.
The Sierra.
Don't have to take the long way back. There's a shortcut across the way, you see? It's through the cloud, but
Nice. Sometimes you can get like stuck in between the rooftops. Then you need to like reach your way out. I got my dash went a little further than usual. I got through quickly. Oh, it's phase 2. Get these guys to certain locations to trigger the gala event. Let's get inside the casino itself. And again, go out of bounds and skip the area. It's enemy here to me. Got behind this door here. Switching station. This is where I got 55 repair to repair this. My jumpsuit gives me 5 repair, so 5 points there. I jump around here to get where I need to go. Can actually dash across that gap, but it's pretty inconsistent. I have limited ammo, so I'd rather not fumble around with that. Stimpack safety. Kill this turret over here, as otherwise Christine will be attacking it. That's not fun. This door over here, you unlock it to make Christine go through. Luckily she followed me, sometimes she doesn't follow. Again, be a dick to her, lie about making safe and stuff like that. Fuck that. Make her go through and escape. But this clip can be kinda tricky. If I can get it first. Like on a flat wall up a staircase. But I got it pretty quick. It's nice. And now we're gonna get Dean Domino. What? But as this is an escort quest, and this part doesn't have like an interior where the NPC can teleport to me, then I need to like actually escort him. So that means I have to kill some enemies along the way. That's why I picked up the knife spear. This here. Kill this guy. Kill these guys, you need to actually like dismember them, because otherwise they don't actually die. And kinda just praying that Dean won't get stuck somewhere, because otherwise waste time. And time is of the essence. Intriguing combat. But I saw him being right behind me, so we'll probably go quick.
You're at the Ghoul Scalar area.
He doesn't decide to like walk instead of run, but sometimes it seems like he's walking instead of running. Fucking dickhead.
Vanished like a Maxis act. So,
That's Dean done with. Oh, it's just God left. God is not on this side, he have to go on the other side. And it's routed in a way, so my next objective is also on the other side. So, God last.
So,
With me?
if
If it isn't the...
What was this option there? Well, God has a bunch of health, so hopefully he won't die. Go unconscious since
I'll end you.
I'm not playing on hardcore. Yeah, just killing everyone is faster. And want to get through this staircase here, hopefully.
Why do you keep looking?
Ah, fuck it. Reload this autosave and go a bit slower but safer clip up here. Big inbounds here. The game pleases. Now, hopefully God will run to me pretty fast, but he's getting stuck on enemies on the way. This is actually really lucky. He went here immediately.
So here we...
We lie to him again. Well, we lie to everyone. This doesn't actually have any repercussions. They will do what they're told anyway.
That's where you'll trigger the gale event. It's a ways up. I'm sure you'll find a way
Again,
to
I will
climb
activate
up
time
there.
stop here because there's enemies and traps and stuff anyway. And the beeping speakers. With time stop, none of that will activate. Our final task for this outside area. Then we can get going inside. Inside the Area Madre Casino. We clip through this staircase. By quick saving and quick loading. Now we set up a dash here off this fountain. I will set up, just accidentally quick saved. Set up. Oh, failed. Again. There we go. This is what I want. So I can skip this entire area by launching up high and landing over here, this rooftop. I need to get up to there, and well, then it's filled with this area is filled with enemies. Enemies are scary. Just grab the ladder from beneath.
Can you hear me?
Activate event. I want to be careful with my dashes now because I don't have that much ammo left. I need to kill Dean and Christine with this gun too. If I'm unlucky, they will take like 4 shots. I miss some stuff. So now we can get through here. Go to the Sierra Madre Casino. There is a glitch I could have done that would make me walk 60% faster, 52% faster, but it's really dumb and consistent, so I'd rather skip it, not do it. We're inside the casino. need to deal with this really that we skewed earlier.
This is the past you're walking through. Few have ever seen it. No one else ever will. I worked hard to get here. It'll give me what I need before I leave, and you'll always welcome me back. Now, look for a way to
Doing time stop here to prevent getting hit by enemies.
guests.
Again, I don't have much healing items, so getting hit would not be beneficial.
Work it up good. Emit a frequency. Damn. Casino security is shutting down. We're going up its vending gambling programs in the back of the casino. Casinos still like these.
Well, this clip is the hardest in the run, I think. Because this door is really thick. You have to like drop a clothing item and stand on top of it. Get through. There we go. Nice. Hit quickly. Because when you stand on top of an item, they can push you through walls easier than just regular clipping. Go over here to actually spawn a god over here. Dog. I don't know which one it is. Dog it is. And just kill him instead of talking to him. It's talking is slow. So the blood textures on the knife spear.
You've got one of the floors reestablished. Good. Accessing the music archives now. 2 more to go. Oh, it seems the casino.
I'll deal with Dean Domino and abuse the time stop switch.
Now they found a way inside.
So I don't have to deactivate all the speakers. Because otherwise my head would blow up. And to activate this glitch you need to unbind your right mouse button and bring up the map screen and have your mouse cursor within that screen. Then the game thinks you want to set your marker, but you activate the like marker menu before you actually bring up the Pip-Boy. The game gets really confused. You can't really skip this sequence.
Now, deal with the ghoul. This has gone on long enough.
You think you have... All right, you're resourceful.
Good, I got the quick shots of him. Sometimes you can just evade your shots. That wastes time.
Deal with them. Another try and leave. You almost have the entirety of what I need from the music archive. Once you have the last fragment, you can thread the archives together.
I found it to deal with Christine. Healing weapon. And by twisting your camera when out of bounds, you can interact with items through walls, like that chair. I was stuck in between the walls, but I can twist my camera like that and interact with the chair.
Systems won't let me out. They're keeping me here.
I've been looking forward to taking care of you since the gala event. You and Elijah were working together this whole time.
I'll deal with Christine so fast that she won't be able to finish her speech. So even though she's dead, we'll keep talking.
So come on in. Leaving.
Won't get through.
You have the last fragment. That's all I need. Now, go to the main lobby terminal, thread the music sequence together.
These guys really like to throw spears and grenades and stuff. I'm stopped to prevent taking damage. Oh, the vault. The final area of the DLC. Pretty peculiar. There's lots of hidden triggers and stuff like that. Need to hit them. So instead of walking around all this area, I'm gonna just skip through here, hopefully. These clips are pre-built. There you go. Again, same clip up here. Come on. Yeah. I need to interact with this called terminal here and do this. Otherwise the elevator won't come down later. Soft-locked. I'll do that to be able to escape. Just tell him, be friendly with him, who's coming. Now I'm gonna wait for him to enter that door over there. Then I'm gonna take the back door out. A secret back door that only cheaters know. And unfortunately I can't escape right now. I need to go back up here and hit some triggers. Like stand here and wait until he activates the vault. There we go. Over here. I think I hit the right triggers.
Think you can run? This entire structure is mine.
Nice. So that's dead money. We're done with this.
You've heard stories of the Sierra Madre Casino.
And as a reward we get a cutscene.
This story's different than the
favorite.
others. It's all in promise of beginnings and the ending.
When Dog fell in the Sierra Madre Casino, 2 died as 1. Dog died hungry, alone, frightened. The voice in his head died with him, screaming, furious, enraged. But the voice was gone, and Dog was grateful. At least Dog was dead, and the voice needed to watch over him no more. In the moment before their lives ended, the wall between the 2 personalities fell. The 2 became silent as they saw the chain between them. Hunger and control are twin.
That's the thing.
Something
It's up even in the cutscene. That's
never realized.
Dean Dominic.
Can't actually skip this cutscene by a quick semi-quick loading or anything.
Had his last
You have to watch
show on
it.
the Sierra Madre
Fortunately.
stage. The heist he spent over 200 years planning fell apart, just as the first, by underestimating his partner's strength. Not long after the courier left the villa, the lights in the theater shut off, one by one. Only Dean's hologram remained on the stage, singing silently to an empty room. Still, as consumed as he had been with its riches and ruin, the Sierra Madre had held him captive long ago.
Christine, scarred by her hunt for Elijah, and unable to let him go, perished in the Sierra Madre casino. She never completed her mission, nor did she stop to consider what had driven her to accept the mission in the first place. Obsession is another form of greed, a lesson that Christine never learned.
You've heard of the Sierra Madre Casino. We all have. The legend, the curses. Some foolishness about it lying in the middle of a city of dead. A city of ghosts, buried beneath a blood-red cloud.
Yes, Pavaloon.
Shining monument.
That is the main case with the main game, the main quest ending.
An illusion.
But
that you can
these DLC cutscenes work differently, so you can't actually like console commanding yourself to player control.
That's not the hard part. It's letting go.
Because the ending cutscene for the main game, you can quick save and quick load to skip it, but you can't do it with it. So, now we're done with dead money. Gonna go straight into the Lonesome Road. Or DLC. For manager. Two. Fines. And we're on our way. And an unfortunate thing about this game is that when you load many different areas in a short time span, the frame rates start decaying. So in a while, if my game doesn't crash, I'm gonna have to restart it actually to regain my 60 FPS. Because the length of the dashes are actually frame rate dependent. You don't run the game at a solid 60. Dashes can actually be shorter than the max length. I need the max length dashes for this pretty long jumps. And luckily, Lonesome Road has no intro cutscene. For some reason. The other 3 has an intro cutscene, but that's good for us, but and yeah, my frame rate is like 45 FPS right now, so I'm gonna restart the game when I exit this area. Get everyone's favorite robot. It's gonna be our companion for this game, you see. But just gonna shit talking, because that's fastest, and the dialogue is quick as possible. You need ED to unlock these terminals. Oh yeah, sorry. Everyone's second favorite robot. Isto is clearly their favorite. Apparently, beepings can have feelings. This robot is really scary. It's a rocket launcher. And to skip some, like, small stuff and go out of bounds. We find the walk on the ceiling. This skips like getting a key for this door here. Doing small stuff. I'm gonna test if I can get far enough. Don't think I can. No. It's like I need to get on the roof there, so I'm gonna restart the game to regain my 60 frames per second. Because, yes, as I said earlier, if you play the game for a long time, load a bunch of areas, the game doesn't actually like deload them. Crash the game. Restart the game. Clear the memory. This is unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but not out of the ordinary. This was planned. Not planned, but accounted for. Just crashed in the same place twice, I'm gonna load a different save. That helps. It crashes. Fine then, I'm gonna have to do another route if that crashes every time there. No biggie. Let's go over here then. Yeah, crashes are the main run killer in this game, especially when I run any percent. That means game crash is basically the run dead. But in this category, it's not that optimized, so game crashes aren't that game run ending. This is obviously a slow route, but it's one that works. Since I'm severely underleveled for these enemies, gonna play it safe. This is the old route I did before dashing was found. Keep in here. Because if you play this DLC before, you know that you need a laser tagger for all these nuclear warheads lying around, but you can actually skip it with glitches.
I don't believe it.
Not a real Deathclaw. Just have an AI. do some dashing inside here. It's kinda risky because, as you can see, I went out of bounds. The entry trigger is here. And you can actually get yourself stuck in some other place there. Anyway. Where am I? This path is pretty narrow, and if I fall off, it's instant death trigger. I need to stay on the path, still go fast. These death claws are real. This actually hurt me. I stay still too long. But luckily, got some good dashes, so got through it. And now I need to rely on ED, not messing up. I need to have him activate this, but sometimes he just doesn't want to. Like, stubborn child. Come on, ED. There we go. Doesn't actually need to be by the terminal. Just activate it from over there. But if he's aggroed on enemies, that's why he like runs away. And now it's another small cutscene. It's a nuke launch. And get this industrial hand, because really OP. And equip it. Activate this first. I picked this weapon up because I can continuously attack with it, and by continuously attacking here I can hit the tunnelers' hitboxes before they actually spawn. I don't have to deal with them when I come down. Because yeah, I'm gaining XP and they're dying. It's unfortunately kinda loud for you guys, but it's the only way. Safest way. I bought my armor so I can equip it and unequip it without going into the menu. The armor is really just for safety, but I walk slow with it on, so I took it off. plot of this DLC is warrior that shit. Got distracted and took the wrong speech option. Sorry. This system. Yeah, mentally insane man blames me from a nuclear catastrophe. This rock here is not really solid. Just fall through it. Nice and clean. Oh yeah, the menu, this menu always default to the last thing you clicked. Because I last clicked the industrial hand, my menuing was messed up. For dashing, that is. Need to unequip the revolver first.
Next week on...
Nice. Crashed again. This is the proper Fallout New Vegas experience. Crashing all the time. Don't worry, that's all accounted for. I gotta say though, this run has crashed more than usual. Doesn't crash this often.
That explosion.
So, the area is filled with invisible walls, and this is the only way I can get around it. Dashing over. It's, otherwise I would need to blow up a warhead. I don't have the laser tagger, so... This robot here is a real... can fire rockets that will cripple our legs. Having crippled legs is slow. Luckily you decide to fire them a minigun instead of firing rockets.
So you can't...
Now we're gonna fight some red men. This fight is pretty easy. Just spam the explosives. Why is part of the commentary in Swedish? I apologize if that is... There you go. Of them done. Undead. Really do. Launch the nukes, and that's it's Lonesome road there.
The divide erupted
Nice,
in
got this
fire
glitch.
as the flame trail of the two couriers
This is
last
spawned with
message arced
cutscene.
into the sky. Missiles fell on the east, and the Legion encampment at Dry Wells where the Twisted Hares had allied, then been betrayed by Wulpus and Caesar. Legion soldiers died, their silhouettes blasted into the ground and earth, the last word of the last of the Twisted Hares. It was an ending to things, a way of erasing the road that had led to this point and the
cutscenes
history
are unskippable,
that had walked with it.
fortunately, so gotta watch them. Press benign all.
Hopeville burned lightless in the night, invisible fires of radiation scorching it from within and without. It is said a man still walked its streets with a tattered jacket, an old world flag etched on the back. He remained there, perhaps as punishment for the scars he left on the wastes, or a reminder of a history he could not forget. For Ulysses, his journey was over. The courier had been the end of his road. As for the courier, she turned her back on her home for the second time and made her way back, navigating the treachery of the divide. Tunnelers and the marked men avoided the lone figure, as if recognizing the courier's right to passage, or out of fear. The courier walked until she stood again upon the edge of the divide, the last road she would walk before the second battle for Hoover Dam. There, beside her feet, was a final package from one courier to another, a footlocker bearing a gift and a message. But that message, it is something for couriers to carry, and for them alone. The lights flickered across the divide, reminders that the old world histories persist and find meaning in the present. It said, war never changes. Women do, through the roads they walk, and this road has reached its end.
Okay. It's somewhere to the south. Yeah, I won't get a random Legion spawn on the way. That's lost me 3 minutes in my PB. Quite unfortunate. If you're in combat, you can't actually enter the... I need to make it night. I do this glitch by reloading a gun with a one at a time bullet animation. Like this. Bringing up, selecting it and unequipping it. That makes me fly forward. For some reason. Just a magic. Or actually obsidian magic, because guns like this aren't in Fallout 3. It's a New Vegas exclusive. Which is actually a obsidian mechanic. Oh. These Old World Blues cutscenes are the longest one in the game. They are like 5 minutes long, so fun.
In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain had been the home to the brightest minds of the 21st century. Scientists of vision were drawn to the facility to tackle the greatest technological challenges of the era. They sought to create a new world, fueled by technology for the benefit of all mankind. Sonic emitters, space-age alloys, DNA hybridization...
Just like everything else, killing everyone is the fastest path.
Autodoc advances in cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a...
So I'm just gonna collect some technologies, then kill Mobius, then kill the rest of them.
The nucleus
That's
of this research was the
route
Dome, a huge stone facility that held the labs of every science known to man. It was a think tank where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered. The Great War brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists. Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their own war, fighting their battles at the atomic level. Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution: winning the war. For years, the minds and computers of Big Mountain were a blaze of trajectories, weapon schematics, and nuclear theories. The problems began to outpace the solutions, first geometrically, then exponentially. As the war escalated, so did the questions. On the night of October 23rd, 2077, the scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest. In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders. Wonders that, in the end, had been answers to the wrong question.
Oh, finally cutscene over and do some exciting gameplay. It's talking. Everyone loves talking. I'll mash through this dialogue quick as I can.
If it isn't...
The fastest way to mash through dialogue, by the way, is mash both mouse 1 button and enter at the same time. Then get like quick text scrolling by fast instead of just clicking. Gotta get the sneak suit first, then the antenna, I don't know what it is, the dog tape it is. The dogs are really annoying, by the way, they knock you down. Ragdoll you. Slow. Don't want that. Speaking of slow, getting space launched is also slow. So get the porch. Gloves, boots, breastplate. No, I'm not actually gonna use this suit because it's a medium armor and that slows me down. Wear this stylish patient gown for the rest of the run. My fancy butt. I'm gonna play some Metal Gear Solid. Be a sneak champion. So stealthy, I can't even notice. Yeah, time stop makes a quick work of this stealth section. Don't need to stealth at all, just. Also, just a suggestion. Leaving a loading. And because this DLC auto-plays music in the background, it's really annoying for like making videos and stuff like that, because these songs are copyrighted. Like copyright claims when I upload a PB. Kinda annoying. Let's get my melee skill up for the Robo-Scorpion giant one. Gonna smack it in the ass.
Commencing lawful user.
This thing. This antenna deals extra damage to robots. I use it. Maybe it does, Pavlon, but disabling it takes time, so be on. And to go fast here. So this game is inherently slow. It's glitches to make it fast. Here we need to go through the imaginary school segment. Lots of dogs. And get the 3 student records for some reason. And since I'm playing on very easy, the enemies don't do that much damage. The worst thing that can happen is the dogs knocking me down and ragdolling me. Then I can't walk forward. Oh, don't knock me down. Nice. Will this WR? Question. Probably. Oh, these graves are kinda random, I think. Because the tape is never in the same place, and it's always... yeah. I'll say it's random. I don't know where it is. Never in the same spot twice. So now that we got all the technologies, go back to the doctor. Turns out they don't actually know what these things I collected do, so we just send us on our way. let's go and kill Mobius and then done. Gonna find this one, X2 antenna. Drop this. Just cluttering up my inventory at this point. Yes, Agarillo Bob, that's what I do. The order I do them is start with Honest Torch, then do Dead Money, then Lonesome Road, and this last. I'm gonna use target drones to distract this giant Roboscorpion and run up to him from behind. Smack him in the butt. Easy boss fight. So yeah, start from a new file, do all the DLCs and the main quests, finish the game. The main quest is really short, it's like 15 minutes long. I'll wait a while for the brain to pop up, because I talk to it instantly.
Well, well.
We'll get this clip. Probably not. Just a small clip that saves like 5 seconds. It spawned over there. Now we gotta around this stuff. Fun boss defeating time. Kill these guys. But they're kind of a joke because they're just weak robots. They have that much to defend themselves. Sorry for me. Smack them all down. Easy. That's the DLC is done. Just the main quest left.
In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest.
And this cutscene is actually the longest one of all of them. It's like 5 minutes long. So, those are questions, donations or anything like that.
And keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others.
I think I actually left Discord somehow.
Which
Can't
had
hear
always been
Husky.
Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
Although, truth be told, the courier had barely explored the crater in an attempt to rush through and be done with the whole thing. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
The Forbidden Zone continued to be, true to its name, forbidden. No more robo-scorpions were sighted in its canyons.
The record is hour and 36 minutes.
Emptier, devoid
I'm actually
of
2 minutes ahead of
melodious
that time, right?
proclamations forecasting the destruction of anything that dared possess
Probably gonna be
senses.
134 or
It is
133.
said he lived on in the equations inscribed on the floor and walls of the Forbidden Zone dome.
When I say 136 and 133, I mean the time without loads.
Now lost.
Because we don't include the loads when speedrunning this. They vary between computer and computer.
The lack of personality modules made the base lifeless and sterile.
As the courier made his way through the X8 facility, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. They eventually created new
this run is pretty uncontested because I'm the only one who ever routed and ran this category.
Like Betsy Bright, Richie Marcus.
Pretty lonely.
They couldn't seem to
Speedrunning in
find
Vegas.
any commies,
No relaxing.
so they turned on themselves, howling sonic barks that echoed miles across the landscape.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
The think tank basement, filled with the lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past.
Cutscene's almost over, guys.
Much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science.
Yeah,
is a
all
long,
unique weapons
steady
is pretty fun.
progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years.
But I haven't ran it in a long time.
To come.
Times are not up to date. Because back when I did that run, the dashing glitch wasn't found yet.
Where once
It's just lots of running.
Sadness, nostalgia. It became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time.
This time right now on the stream is real time with loads. I'm also running a timer in the background.
Sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Now we're just gonna go to the dam and finish the game. Don't worry, Memecraft. Game is almost over.
Don't you love seeing...
Go to the dam. Finish up.
You must get to the control room and install the override.
Nice, I got around here. Sometimes you just fall into the water and you have to swim up shame. Got over. Dash to the other side. Come on. Sometimes the game likes to drop inputs and it's like doing some other stuff.
An envoy of
Just gotta talk down the fan boss, because fighting him is not in our business. Because we're not really strong, don't have any armor or weapons. We have 100 speech, enough to finish.
Hello?
Hello.
Caesar on the cross.
Same with this guy, don't need to fight any of these guys. Just talk him down.
Guess it ain't no secret.
And time is coming up. So
You did a soup.
time.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. The courier, with the aid of Yes Man, drove both the Legion and the NCR.
So yeah, this is the credits. Actually placed in the credits with the screen forward.
Out of the picture,
Screen in front of you.
Securitrons on the strip were hard pressed to keep order. Anarchy ruled the streets.
And if you enable player controls,
When
you
the fires died, New Vegas remained, assuming
actually
its
see Ron the
position as
narrator
independent
behind
power
me,
in the
behind these
Mojave.
curtains.
Preferring neither the best of the NCR nor the worst of the Legion, the courier was the woman responsible for a truly independent New Vegas. She had removed Mr. House from power over the Strip and broken the influence of the NCR and Caesar's Legion in the Mojave Wasteland.
Black Mountain Radio continued to broadcast its peculiar form of propaganda. Raul Tejada faced his execution each day, though pardoned in the end. Travelers venturing too near Black Mountain
Actually, know if I'm... Yeah.
With little law left in the wasteland, the Brooms continued to
You're on the
defend
stunts, you
themselves
can
against
cut
the
me off whenever.
prospectors and scavengers invading
Mess
the
around in
area.
the credits.
The Brotherhood used the Battle of Hoover Dam as an opportunity to retake Helios 1, and came to control the area between it and Hidden Valley. With no organized opposition, their patrols began monitoring trade along I-15 and 95.
After the
Can't really talk to him. Just skip forward in the credits when you talk to him.
Alright, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, yeah, like, I was confused because I was sitting in Discord waiting, like, and I don't know, I guess it was coming through one end, but not the
I
other.
forget I have push to talk on
Yeah.
Discord, but open mic
Yeah, I was
on
just, like, waiting,
stream.
and I'm like, why isn't he saying time? Sorry, yeah, so, anything you want to say? Alright, coming up we have Jack doing Hotline Miami 2, so stick around for that.